Now let us solve conceptual JE problem. This is important conceptual problem in light lesson. See here given a light ray traveling in glass medium is incident on glass air interface at an angle of incidence theta. At an angle of incidence theta. This is theta. The refracted ray R represent refracted ray and transmitted ray T represent transmitted ray intensities both as function of theta. Theta. This is the theta. Or plotted. The correct graph is they are asking. Now see here we assume incident ray intensity 100%. Now light ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Let us take one boundary. This is the boundary. This boundary we assume. Below this boundary is the denser medium we assume. Below this boundary is denser. Above the boundary is rarer medium we assume. Rarer medium we assume. So this is the glass medium. This is air medium. So this is air medium, this glass medium, like that we assume. Okay, now let us take some point source, something like this is there we assume. From this light source, light rays are coming. Okay, these light rays first we assume this light rays passes like this. This is normal incidence, angle of incidence 0. And some other light we take like this, these lights are we are taking. So like this light rays are going on taking, this angle made by the incident ray is goes on increasing, here theta 1, here theta 2, like that goes on increasing. At certain place this incident ray makes angle is greater than critical angle, greater than or equal to critical angle, like that we take. And one more thing we know that when light travels from one medium to another medium, part of the light transmitted and part of the light will be reflected. So some amount of light here transmitted means some amount of light will be reflected. Here also some amount light reflected. Here also some amount light reflected. When angle of incidence is greater than or equal to critical angle, when angle of incidence is greater than or equal to critical angle, that time what happened means in that greater than critical angle, there 100% of light will be reflected. If angle of incidence less than critical angle, in that case what happen means reflected light will be there, at the same time transmitted light also will be there. So this reflected light percentage goes on increases when angle of incidence increases, when light travels from denser to rarer. When light travels from denser to rarer, both the reflection is there, transmission is there. When angle of incidence goes on increases, percentage of reflection increases, percentage of transmission decreases. When angle of incidence greater than critical angle, then 100% of light gets reflected, no light is transmitted. Like that graph, if you see first graph, see here at particular angle is there, no, this is the critical angle, like that we assume this angle is critical angle. We assume like that here also critical angle, this angle is critical angle, this angle is critical angle we take. So at critical angles here first graph transmitted rays there and transmitted rays there, no, beyond critical angle transmitted ray should not be there, so the first answer not correct. And the second answer, if you see here, beyond critical angle, transmitted ray not there, refracted ray only is there. Dotted line is refracted, continuous line is transmitted. Though it is a refracted ray only is there greater than critical angle also, at angle of incidence, 0% of transmitted rays there. Angle of incidence, certain amount of reflected ray should be there, no. So that this answer is not correct. In this questions here, greater than critical angle, reflected transmitted ray, so that this option also not correct. In this question, this options here, option C, we assume this is the option A, this is the option B, this is the option C, this is the option D. In option C, see here, at the critical angle, greater than critical angle, only at the critical angle, reflected ray only is there. Dotted ray represent reflected ray. See here beyond critical angle, no transmitted ray is there, no transmitted ray. And also see here at a 0 degree angle, certain amount of reflected ray is there. Here 100% of transmitted ray not there. Some amount of light reflected is there. So that option C is correct. See here option C, if you take at 0 angle of incidence, some amount, most of the amount is transmitted, few amount is reflected. So most amount transmitted, few amount only reflected. Beyond critical angle, complete 100% of light is reflected. So that for this question, option C is the correct.